Braid is a puzzle platformer developed by Jonathan Blow. The game tells the story of Tim, a man who is desperately searching for his princess. Tim must tackle a multitude of obstacles during his search and is confronted by various creatures and cartoon dinosaurs. The narrative of Braid is presented through occasional text-based dialogue exchanges and written paragraphs that are presented between levels. The story takes some old-fashioned folklore concepts and subverts them in a way which adds a lot of intrigue. Without going into too much detail, the story of Braid and how it unravels isn't exactly what you would expect from first glance. Some of the storytelling is a little bit more abstract. It seems to make reference to more grounded realistic events that are happening in Tim's personal life, but juxtaposes these events with a fantasy setting and plot. It feels sophisticated but doesn't come across as pompous or bat you over the head with intellectually rich references. This makes it accessible and easy to follow. Braid plays much like an average platformer, but with a few interesting twists. Time can be manipulated and is often used to reverse mistakes. There are many puzzles that utilise the reversing mechanic. This keeps things fresh and unique, and sets Braid apart from any other game. As you progress, you will gain new abilities, but these abilities are limited to their respective worlds. The difficulty of the puzzles is very challenging from the beginning, and this can be discouraging at times. The game's levels are laid out in a non-linear fashion. You begin at the game's second world and go on a full circle journey that leads you to the first. The game seems to operate on the notion that time isn't in a straight line, and that different destinations can be visited out of their traditional sequence, much like the memories that we revisit and relive in a seemingly endless fashion. The controls are usually tight and responsive, but can feel a little bit slippery at times. Braid has a gorgeous hand-drawn visual style which seems to take a lot of influence from Van Gogh. The creature design is cute, and although there are some creatures that seem to stick out a little bit, in general the artwork is beautiful. Some animations are a little bit on the weak side, but there's nothing that distracts or takes away from what the game aims to achieve. The music can range from a deep droning pedal note with a somber violin melody atop, to piano-led pieces and ominous ambience. The music strikes a nice balance between varied and consistent. Braid has some very positive qualities in terms of its storytelling, and there is certainly a lot going on beneath the surface. It bears the mark of an intelligent designer. The puzzles are incredibly well thought out, but also very difficult to navigate at times. For fans of puzzle games, Braid is easy to recommend, but if you don't like puzzle games, it may be worth a miss.